Now therefore, in exercise of the powers conferred on the head of state and government under Section 7 of the Urban Areas and Cities Act and all other enabling provisions of law, I, Kipchirchir William Samoei Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya and Commander-in-Chief of Kenya's Defense Forces, do hereby ordain, declare, and direct that the municipality of Eldoret has been conferred with city status.
When Eldoret was officially granted city status in 2024, it marked more than a milestone. It came with expectation of better roads, smoother movement, and systems that reflect a growing urban center. For many residents, it meant one simple thing: life will become easier, safer, and more organized. But as with many growing cities, change does not arrive all at once. It comes in layers, and one of the most visible changes in Eldoret today can be seen on its busy roads, especially at zebra crossing fitted with new traffic lights. Stand along Uganda Road near Zion Mall, and you will notice it immediately. Cars approach, then slow down, a red light appears, and traffic stops. Pedestrians cross calmly, without rushing. Then the light turns green, and movement resumes. It feels structured, it feels controlled, but it also feels different. And in that difference raises a question: did this zebra crossing traffic light truly improve Eldoret traffic, or did they simply change how the problem looks? To understand that, you have to look back. Before 2025, crossing major roads in Eldoret was not guided by system. It was guided by instinct. Zebra crossings were present, but they were rarely respected. They existed more as marking than as rules. Pedestrians will stand by the roadside, watching traffic carefully, waiting for a gap. Sometimes they raise their hands, hoping drivers will slow down. Sometimes they step forward, slowly, forcing vehicle to react. School children often waited for long minutes before crossing. Some ran across when impatient took over. The elderly stated the most, often need assistance. Bodabodas parked near crossing points, reducing visibility. Matatu slowed down, but rarely stopped completely or come to an halt. It was a system built on negotiation, not control, and it was risky. According to the Kenya Urban Roads Authority, pedestrian-related incidents across busy urban corridors in Eldoret were a growing concern in 2024. Several accidents were recorded near zebra crossings and formal crossing points, especially along high-traffic routes like Uganda Road. The conclusion was clear: the infrastructure was not keeping up with the city's growth. Then came Flossing Mawano with these signs. Then came the invention. Following Eldoret transition into a city, new traffic management measures were introduced, including push-button pedestrian traffic lights at key crossings. The goal was simple: create order, improve safety, and give pedestrians a controlled way to cross. The system worked in a straightforward way. A pedestrian arrives, presses a button, and waits. Within about 20 to 30 seconds, traffic lights turn red for vehicle and green for pedestrians. For the first time, crossing the road no longer depended on timing or courage. It depended on a system. At first, there was hesitation. Not everyone understood how it worked. Some ignored the button. Others watched before trying it. But over time, people adapted. Pedestrians began to trust the system. School children crossed with more confidence. The elderly moved with less fear. Drivers too adjusted. At first, stopping at a zebra crossing felt unfamiliar. But gradually, red became a command, and traffic followed. Order replaced chaos, and the impact was measurable. Data referenced by the Kenya Urban Roads Authority indicates a significant reduction in pedestrian-related accidents in areas where controlled crossings were installed. In some sections, incidents dropped by as much as 60 to 70% after implementation. From a safety perspective, this was a clear success. But cities are complex systems. Improving one part often affects the other. Pedestrian safety improved. Traffic flow began to feel the pressure. During peak hours, especially in the early mornings and late evenings. Traffic volumes increased. Each time a pedestrian pressed the button, vehicles were forced to stop when only one person was crossing. This created a pattern of interruption. Traffic no longer flowed continuously. It moved in circles. Stop, go. Stop again. Over time, this interruption began to build up into a noticeable congestion. Queues started forming along major roads. Vehicles stretched back for long distances. Drivers grew impatient. Matatu edged forward, sometimes blocking intersections in an attempt to move faster. What had been gained in safety began to reflect as delay in movement. And then there was a behavior. Not all pedestrians used the system as intended. Some crossed without pressing the button, especially when traffic looked light. Others pressed the button but crossed before the light changed anyway, leaving vehicles stopping unnecessarily. These small actions reduced the efficiency of the system. This highlights deep truth about cities. Structure alone is not enough. Systems work best when they are both well designed and well used. In more advanced urban environments, pedestrian crossings are often adaptive. They detect traffic flow, measure congestion, and adjust timing automatically. They balance the need of pedestrians and drivers in real time. Eldoret's system, while effective, is still basic. It relies on manual activation rather than intelligent adjustment. It's a step forward because Eldoret is evolving, it's learning, it's adapting to a demand of a big city. And in that journey, not every solution will be perfect. Some will need refinement, others will need upgrading. But each step matters. It will also be incomplete to judge these lights only by the delays they create, because behind every red light is a moment of safety. Are children crossing the road without fear? An elderly person walking without rushing? A worker reaching the other side without risk? These moments are not measured in seconds, but in danger avoided. So did the zebra crossing lights fix Eldoret traffic? The answer is not simple. They improved safety significantly. They created order where there was uncertainty, but they also introduced a new challenge: managing traffic flow in growing city. And in that is where the next phase begins. Because city status is not just about change, it is about continuous improvement. It's about building systems that do not just work, but work intelligently. Eldoret is on that path. A city learning to balance movement and safety, speed and control, growth and structure. The next time you stop at a zebra crossing light in Eldoret, take a moment, look around, watch the people crossing, watch the traffic waiting, and ask yourself, is this better than before, or is it simply different? Because sometimes progress is not about moving faster. Sometimes it's about moving safer. And in that sense, Eldoret has already taken an important step forward. Now, the next step is making the progress matter. It has been yours truly, Unruly Jayuga, and life as it is there is continues.